Hey folks, welcome back to Selenium WebDriver series. In this video, let's talk about what is the CSS selector and how we can identify a element using the ID. Before we begin, if you have not subscribed to the channel, please do subscribe to the channel. So we know that in Selenium locator strategies, we have one uh, locator called CSS selector, correct? So basically here the CSS stand for cascading style sheet. While designing a web application, okay, HTML provides the basic elements on the web page. To provide the style for it, we use something called CSS, okay, cascading style sheet. So using the attributes of it, okay, we can actually form a CSS locator and identify a particular element. Okay, so that is known as the CSS selector. Basically, while finding the element using the ID, we use the combination tag and then the ID. Here, the tag represents what the starting tag, whatever is present. Okay, that is the tag name that we are going to provide. Okay, and then ID is the element's ID. But the only difference is here we have to provide hash for ID. Okay, so that is how it works. So if I want to give you an example, okay, so let's say tag name is input. Okay, input is the tag name, and then hash for the ID will provide something called username. Okay, so username is the ID of it. So this is how you have to write the combination of the tag name and then the ID using the hash. Okay, so this is how you can write it. Okay, without delay, let's see how it works. So we have taken this source demo application. Okay, let's inspect the username and then attribute username field. Sorry, so it has an attribute having ID. Okay, so what we'll do is let's control F so that a search bar will open where it will be easy for you to identify the element. Okay, so you know that ID here is the username. And what is the tag name? It is the input. So let's provide input and then hash whatever the ID is. Okay, so it is perfectly able to identify. Okay, so using this combination also we can identify a particular element. So, but in case if there is no tag name present, in that case also it works, but just make sure hash is being given. So the hash itself represents that you have to find the CSS locator. Okay, so this is how you can identify this field. Okay, but let's inspect this password field. So this also is having ID. So let's provide this. Yes, with password also we are able to identify. So let's try to implement it. Okay, let's go to our Eclipse and new class. Let's name it as CSS locator. Okay, and then select this and then finish. Okay, so now let's launch the browser. Chrome driver, okay, is equal to new Chrome driver, and then semicolon, and then let's import this. Okay, and driver dot get. So here we have to provide the URL of the application. So let's copy this, okay, and then put it here. And also let's maximize the window. Driver dot manage dot window dot maximize. So using this, it will maximize the whole browser. If you just comment and then run this, this will run only in the half. I mean, the browser is not fully, um, you know, in the maximized mode. It is in minimized mode. Okay. If I provide this maximize, then it will open in the full mode, full screen with the maximized mode. This is how. Okay. And after this, let's identify this. Let's give this, right? Okay. Driver dot find element. So provide by dot. So now we are identifying it using the CSS selector. So select the CSS selector here. Okay. And now provide the hash. What is this? Input. Correct. Let's identify it using input hash username. Correct. Yeah. So let's copy this and then put it here. And then dot send key, or let's provide this. Here they have provided certain usernames. Okay. Let's give one of the username. Okay, let's put some weight so that we'll be able to see thread dot sleep. Let's provide some 2 seconds of wait. Okay, and then just hover over this and then add this. Okay, let's run this. Yeah, you can see that now the user name is entered. Okay, in the same way, let's enter the password as well. So for that, what we'll do is we'll copy this. Okay, line, and then we'll provide password without tag name. So this one, right? Okay, this is the password field. Copy the password, just provide only hash. Okay, and then password. And here there is a password. Provide that password too. Let's click on this login. Oh, this is also having ID. Let's use the same CSS selector for this. Okay, so let's write driver dot find element. Okay, by dot CSS selector, right, dot CSS selector. Okay, and then provide the ID. And you can see what is the tag name of it. Okay, so the tag name also is input for this. Okay, but right now let's just give hash. It is all one and the same, and then perform the click. Before that, let's wait for 2 seconds and see whether it has entered or not. Okay, and then driver dot quit. So the brow it will exit from the browser as well. So let's run this now. Okay, you saw that? Yes. Even it clicked on the login button also, and then even it exited from the browser as well. So this is how you can use the CSS selector and identify the elements, okay, using the tag name and then ID. Okay. So using this, we can identify an element. Hope you got to know how we can use the CSS selector and identify the element. In the next video, let's talk about how we can use the class name. If you have liked this video, please do like it, share it, and don't forget to subscribe to the channel. Thank you for watching. Bye bye.